Hi, this is Jennifer from emulsifiedfamily.com. I'm starting a new series today about raising a family with a chef. And I really went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do just a traditional series where I'm doing the writing and you're reading, or if I wanted to do a podcast, just audio or video like this. And I obviously chose a video, mostly just because of the seriousness of it. And I was concerned that I wouldn't really be able to get across my thoughts and feelings on the subject. This is definitely by far the hardest thing I've written or videoed about, mostly because it's something that has been a problem and a struggle for us in our family in the past 1.5 to 2 years. So I'm sure it's going to be an interesting series. I don't know what you're going to think of me as a parent or as a person, because I'm going to just share my heart. I'm going to share our struggles. I'm going to share our joys. But I'll be honest, there's been more struggles than joys lately. It's hard. Being married to a chef is hard enough with the crazy work hours and trying to find time to see them. And then you throw kids into that mix and it's just insane. How do you do that? How do you take that little bit of time that you have with your chef husband and share that with your kids? I'm a selfish person. Sometimes I don't want to share that with them. I just want him for me. But obviously I can't. And yeah. So we're just going to talk about lots of different things. I'm going to start off next week. I'm going to talk about pregnancy and what that looks like, because you know, you're not having a husband that comes home at night to cook for you and clean the house, because let's face it, they're working and doing all that stuff at work. So you're kind of on your own a lot of the time. So we're going to talk about that. And then we'll talk about the newborn stage and what that's like, because, wow, that's, yeah, a little crazy with a teething newborn and a husband that is working 16-hour days, 20 days in a row. And then maybe the preschool and early elementary age, and then the tween age, which is what kind of we're in. Okay, I guess I'm in that and the elementary age right now. And then the teenage years, I have absolutely nothing to say about that because our oldest is 10. So, hey, if you're married to a chef and you want to talk about what it's like to raise a teenager with one, feel free to send me an email and you can do a video or a post on that. Would love to kind of know what's coming for us. So let me just start off today by talking about something I like to call the chef parade. Tell me if you can relate to this or not. So my husband's home, and oh, bumped the camera, sorry. So my husband's home. The kids haven't seen him a whole lot because he tends to be working in the hours that they're awake. They're still kind of young, going to bed early. And so he's home. And guess what? So he's sitting on the couch. Guess where the kids are? They're like literally on top of him. Like he sits on the love seat on one side of the room and they are on there with him. Forget about the other chair or the sofa or the huge nice floor in front of them. They're like literally on top of him every second of the day. He gets up to go get a book or get a drink, and here's this little trail of people following him. So much that I joke and say, you guys, Daddy is not a parade. Stop following him around. Because seriously, it's like a parade. He goes up, he gets up, they say, Daddy, where are you going? He says, I'm going to the bathroom. You know, he'll lock the door because seriously, otherwise, I think he would have little people following him in there as well. And I know it's because they love him, and it's a great thing because, of course, we wouldn't want them to just ignore him when he's home. But it is kind of a joke around our house that I call it the chef parade, because wherever he goes, they go. So it's a little bit of a frustration at times and also a little bit of a joke at times. So I don't know if that happens in your home, but it's pretty funny because it happens here. Okay, one other thing that I don't know if this happens in your home, but it's been a little bit of a problem, or a bit of a problem in our home, is that our kids tend to act differently when my chef husband is home. So usually he's off 2 days. One of the days, like at least right now, Saturday is kind of more of a recovery day for him. And yes, my husband's working a corporate job, so he has the weekends off. And that is a very new thing in the past 19 years. But that's what he's doing right now. So after working 5 days in a row, he's pretty tired on Saturdays. So Saturday just kind of tends to be a recovery day for him, and we're just kind of hanging out around the house. We usually don't have a ton planned so that he can rest and we can just kind of spend time together low-key. And then Sunday after church, a lot of times we'll go out and do something more active. But I do notice that the kids Like if it's just me at home and I'm cooking in the kitchen or doing something around the house or working on the computer, reading a book, whatever it is I'm doing, they'll just go play. But for some reason, when my husband is home, they won't do that. They're in here, in the living room, whatever, asking questions and talking all the time, they talk all the time anyways, but even more so. And I really struggle, both of us, with why do they act differently when Daddy is home? And again, I know we already talked about the whole chef parade and they want to be like right on top of him. And I get that. But why is it that they can't just mellow out? And why can't we just all kind of do our own thing as well? And sure, spend time together as a family. But sometimes it's nice to just get to hang out and relax. And my poor husband just wants to sit and read a cookbook without getting interrupted 18 times when he's trying to just look at one recipe. Because he does do that for fun. I don't know if your chefs do that too, but my husband's hobbies all tend to be centered around food as well. I don't know, is it just our family? I know that we kind of, as a mom and 3 kids, get into kind of a routine during the week and during the days my husband's off. And so when he's home, it is different. But he is part of our family, and I know at times he has felt like he's an outsider, and that's been a bit of a struggle. And we've had to work on that. And how do we not keep doing our thing and him feel like he doesn't fit in? That's been a struggle for us over the years, which is not good. But that's something we've had to work on. But what about you guys? Do your kids do different things when your chef is home? Do they act differently? Are they more hyper? Oh my, I do wonder if my kids are more hyper when my husband's home, or if I just notice it more when he's home. Or the noise level, are they louder when he's home, or do I just notice it more when he is home, because I know that he likes it a little quieter and doesn't tune out the kid noise in the same way that I do, just because I'm around it all the time. So that's just a little bit about our family and some of the challenges that we've had over the years, combining our family life and restaurant life and my husband's career as a chef. So stay tuned. Next week we will continue on in this series and talk about pregnancy and what that looks like when you are married to a chef. Thanks for listening.